Julio, it's Aristotle Moon, and I'm tending to case of missing person. And this is something that I believe that people that hack into cameras or surveillance cameras can assist in. And it's a 14 years old girl named Olga, I think, that went missing yesterday when Mercury was opposing Pluto and today is trining Neptune. So she went missing. She went missing in Israeli Mall, which is one of the biggest shopping malls in Israel. It kind of looks like the Trade Centers, but with three buildings. And this is let's see, where do we see her name? And where do we see her name? We need to refresh this. So she is around 1 meter 40 centimeters, blonde girl, around 14, and by the way, Neptune in an aspect with Pluto can give us a time where we can tend to the missing. So this is Olga Chavan, was seen yesterday in Azrieli now. Mercury was going through the opposition with Pluto yesterday, but now is trining Neptune. If I take a look at the chart, at the horary chart of when I see the case, we have ascendant was just 4 degrees, so it was right on time to tend to that. It's not a cold case. And the midheaven was 2 degrees Gemini, both ruled by Mercury, all pinpoint to Mercury and Moon hour. We are before an eclipse. We are going to have an eclipse today. Moon in Leo, Sun in Leo. So there is a physical event. As astrologer, what do I see here? First of all, there was some sort of power struggle. And the power struggle was between an isolated place to some sort of either open enemy or a group at work or a group at school, because Aquarius is signs of group, and there was some sort of trauma to do with group. It can be ritual abuse or groups that are abusive. Neptune can be sacrificed. Maybe she was sacrificed, or Neptune can be movie. Maybe they wanted to film her or something like that. And there could have been a power struggle, and then 12th house means she's in a closed place, but in Leo is visible. It means that she's probably filmed. 12th house can be either a closed place somewhere. With this Mercury, it tells me that it can be underground, and there can be hidden cameras. Where she is likely where the hidden cameras are underground. If she would be at a hospital, then people would know, but we could not rule out that she could be at the hospital, but in a place where people don't know that she is at the hospital. Or she could be at the hotel, and there could be hidden cameras there. So people that can hack into surveillance cameras of malls, hospitals, hotels, they may see hidden networks of hidden cameras, and they can combat the teams that are making people go missing because those people are filmed. Okay, if we look at, let's say, the Epstein dossiers, the films were ordered. Okay, but basically what they call snuff. So either she's hiding from such a thing, and this trine in Neptune tells me that her going missing or somebody helping her going missing was. But because Saturn is co-present with Pluto, where she went missing, she also deals with what she ran away from to a certain degree. It means that her going missing did not stop the power struggle between Mercury and Pluto. So midheaven was crossing Sedna, so there can be some sort of attempt to film her and then to money launder it with investment of oil or gas. Gas is Uranus, oil and gas infrastructure are associated with Saturn as well, and the trafficking with money laundering to do with that. So it can be that she was in risk of trafficking or trafficked or kidnapped for those things. Mars ruling the 8th house in the 11th. So her going missing was published immediately. Maybe that there could have been a power struggle whether to publish immediately or not. Fortunately, they published it immediately. She was yesterday, so it's not a cold case. Usually they take time. Fortunately, they did not wait 48 hours, and this means that probably the family won the battle to publish the case. So the news struggle, the case was leaked. And by the way, Neptune can assist in cases leaking. People weren't supposed to, it was probably supposed to be like, oh, we need to wait 48 hours, and by the time it would already be too late. Now, ruler of Mars is with the moon. Moon in Leo, we're going to have a solar eclipse in Leo. It's going to be related to the Epstein dossiers or similar dossiers. Leo is a visible sign. So in the 12th house, it means that there is visibility in the 12th. The bad thing can be where people don't want to be visible in the 12th. Okay, it's the bathroom. It's the, okay, where people go to the toilet. It's when, it's the bedroom. Okay, when people are at the hotel. Yes, Virgo ascendants, I know. The hospital. Okay, it puts a person's situation where they're leading role in the 12th. Or they can be monarch, what we call the MK Ultra monarch or monarchy, or leadership or entertainment that is made of those hidden cameras. So this eclipse is probably going to bring that theme big time. And one possible thing that the people can do is to hack, that the teams that are opposing the misuse of people will hack and leak evidence so that they cannot be ignored and so that they can break in for wherever she is and save her, because she's probably, now the people will have to do something because they have to work against a people that are everywhere and are abusive. Okay, think about, let's say, hospital. People can be fantastic at hospital, and then at the same hospital, other people can be mistreated. And by the way, it's not only a question of money. If they ask to kidnap the child of this billionaire or that billionaire, then no one is exempt. This is where we have Rahu closer to Aquarius. So, her bloodline could be, she could be of people that have particular bloodline. Moon hour, again pointing to the eclipse. There can be a caregiving type of situation where the film has to do with caregiving or that she turned to a caregiver. By the way, for a case of Theravada, it was shown with the Neptune 18 degrees that she turned to help, and the person she turned to help was, I don't know who was that person, but this was shown with this Neptune 18 degrees. Yesterday's sun was 18 degrees Leo. So there was something around the visibility. There could be poison. There could be technology of BCI misused. Okay, with computer-brain interface, misuse of that technology, it can do, people can feel things that are not visible, and this could have caused her to be susceptible. Sun 18 degrees was the degree that she could have dealt with something toxic or neurotoxic or toxin to the heart or some sort of toxicity that could be difficult to diagnose, or that she was administered poison, or that she went through something that is in the nature evil. So, midheaven, Uranus, Uranus degree 5, degree of entertainment. It could be something that is gas-funded underground type of activity. But Uranus escapes the agreement with Neptune and Pluto, which means that Uranus is standalone and is ruled by this Mercury. So there can be a lot of dispute. It's not as cohesive as it seems, which can assist in locating her under the light of this eclipse. Ascendant closer to Ketu, but separating from Ketu. We're moving on from purging something, and we're basically opening a new cycle after what we detached from Ketu. So Ascendant was 4 degrees, Ketu 0 degrees. This is already pinpointed at the day after the eclipse. So we are probably going through, Mercury can be technique, Mercury can be messaging. We already have a case that was not waited 48 hours and was immediately published because it seems that the forces understand that there is something going on and they cannot allow the usual procedures. They have to be way more attuned to find the missing people. All in all, there are good things working for this case. The eclipse gives us a fated thing, but I see that the family probably won the struggle to publish it before 28 hours. Yesterday, last seen in Israeli, at night, today, morning, not even 8 o'clock, not even 24 hours, not even 12 hours. I'm very, very, very happy that this was a good media win to begin to locate her on time. And there's a lot of visibility going on and footage leaking going on. So this case, one way or another, will probably not stay hidden as they may have thought that it would. It also tells me that within the police forces, within the media forces, there are already forces wanting to combat these hidden groups, which is how it's gotten on media on time. On media on time is good disposition. It's good disposition not only for this case, but for all cases. Again, I call the role of technology, misuse of BCI, computer nervous system interface. Okay, susceptibility to that is Mercury's technology. Misuse of surveillance cameras. Again, use of cameras to film. They can be missing footage. Okay, if we see missing footage with Neptune, Mars, the missing can be the evidence. Pluto in Aquarius, certain groups, power struggle around what? Around the sovereignty of certain individuals. Neptune can be attempt to sacrifice individuals or to target individuals, but there can also something that can be done about this. So people that want to hack into those surveillance systems and leak the footage of this lady could be a good activism. Uranus, a sign of activism, means that this case can be solved by the people being activists or even leaders. But Leo can be fathers that can be activists if they don't want their daughters to be sacrificed. I see already a win of somebody, and such a publication is a win in the media, is a win in the police forces, is a win in the family that brings it before 12 hours to publish in big media. And this is fantastic. This is something that to me is the day after the eclipse, the procedure around missing people has changed. I've been calling to change the procedure on my channel for 2-3 years, to not wait for something to be cold case, to not wait for something to go for the 48 hours. I probably have been a part of billions of been calling the same calling, and I see that this thing is now changing. This is good things in favor of missing people.